What's up, YouTube? My name is Jason, and this is my take. And I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be reviewing the new CYBAH album, Broken Hearts Club. CYBAH, lead singer of the internet, is back with her second solo album. Now, her first solo album, 2017's Finn, was an absolutely amazing record in my opinion. What's always the case is just CYBAH's voice and just how beautiful it is and how it shines through any track. And what made the internet so great is you had her on top of such amazing production from guys like Lacy, for example, and it just made for an amazing, powerful combination. But on CYBAH's tracks, minus the internet, despite that type of instrumentation not always being present, you still get CYBAH just vocally dominating any track she touches. This is one of my favorite R&B albums of 2017 by far. And I was definitely looking forward to what she was going to be doing in the future. And so we have this new album over here, Broken Hearts Club. And while I will say that I enjoyed Finn more than I enjoyed this one, this is still a dope project. And CYBAH does what she always does. And while we get the usual R&B on here, we get some elements of pop on here as well that I enjoyed. And that wasn't present on Finn from what I remember. So let's not even waste any time and jump into some highlights on this record. The first being the opener, Could You Break a Heart, which was just so amazingly produced. There was so many different guitar layers on here and it was just beautiful. And to have CYBAH and Lucky Daye on a track is not what I knew I needed, but I'm glad that I got it. I really enjoyed the track Sweet as well. And in this new love that CYBAH has found, she is just realizing and just telling herself that she will do nothing to mess this up. She talks about how she's just easily able to give up her past ways and her mistakes to make this work out. And it also has her questioning why she used to be this type of person in the past. And that really just shows how powerful this new love is, to actually really reflect and think about things that you've done wrong. Like that actually says a lot. I really enjoyed the track Control, especially from a production perspective. It really gave me a Missy Elliott, Timberland type of produced track. I'm like, this is easily something that I could hear Aaliyah hopping on and absolutely killing it. Next is the track Getting Late, which was actually a part of the Queen and Slim soundtrack, which was actually pretty fitting given the relationship that built in that movie. And just hearing this song, it took me back to the movie. And this is one of those examples where CYBAH's voice just powers through, because there was just so much space on this song, and just CYBAH and her harmonies and the many layers of her voice just filled that space so beautifully and so effortlessly. Easily the best collab on this project was with Kehlani on the song Out Loud, and they are absolutely a perfect convo as they both discuss how their significant others, how their partners are kind of in the dark and just hiding their love with the world, and how they just want to be out and proud and just happy about what they have. As I was listening to this track, I was wondering if this was discussing sexuality, as both CYBAH and Kehlani are gay women, and if this hiding from their partners were dealing with, hiding, coming out as well. Now, while this wasn't explicitly stated, I was wondering if that was the case, but, beyond that, this was an amazing track. Break My Heart, Why Don't You was also another highlight in the track list for me. I really felt like this track was kind of chaotic, and I actually enjoyed that, from the dirty drums to CYBAH's very, very spacey vocals. And it's fitting as CYBAH is really in a dark place of heartbreak and lost love, as she's discussing a very powerful relationship that came to an end. And I think that mixed in with just how this track sounds, it all came together very well, and it really clicked and made a lot of sense to me. The track Missing Out was just such a powerful outro in my opinion. And CYBAH's reached finality in reflection of this heartbreak that she's experienced. Ultimately, she realizes that the steps weren't taken by the two to really, discuss and work on things. And CYBAH has decided that she's, willing to give this person the space to figure things out and do what they got to do. Despite that, CYBAH just sings out like you're missing out. like on what truly would be a powerful connection and relationship, and that's on them, you know, that's on you. Like, I'm ready, I'm here, ready to put in the work, and you, on the other hand, you know, you had your opportunity and you missed out on a real one. And I honestly have no issue with that perspective, especially when reflection has been done personally to really think about the different things that happen. Now, there were a couple Underwoman tracks here on the track list that didn't really do it for me. They were right at the beginning of the album, which made it feel like this album got off to a slow start, but things quickly turned around after. First being the song Tie the Knot. But this track really just bored me. I really never return to this track when I do my listens and just want to listen to songs off this project. It's honestly just a very repetitive beat that doesn't have a lot going for it, and it just left a lot to be desired. Next is the track that follows, Fast Car. It honestly just felt like a generic pop type track that didn't really hit. And I hate that because I think that Sid works over this type of poppy production, but this track just didn't highlight that. It didn't really show that. Despite Sid still doing a great job vocally. Overall, look, Sid is showing why she has one of the most beautiful voices in R&B, and put her on any track and she will vocally dominate. And here on Broken Hearts Club, she does that and more. Her reflections of love, heartbreak, and past mistakes, Sid just emotionally just puts it all out there to give us that perspective of what she's gone through and how she feels and just where she is now. And once again, Sid comes through. I'm definitely excited to see what a third album entails from her, and you know, if we're gonna get any new The Internet music, because they always just drop classics. So definitely enjoyed this. You guys should check it out. If you like The Internet and haven't gotten into Sid's solo work, definitely check this and Finn out. And I'm gonna give this album a 7.5 out of 10. What'd you guys think of this new Sid album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What were your favorite tracks? Let's have a discussion down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Got another week of Jason's Take out of the way. Got more videos coming next week. But until then, I'm headed to Coachella. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Jason. This has been my take, and I'll see you next time.